Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have another PlayStation 5 Pro leak, and it actually seems like the PlayStation 5 Pro is actually maybe a little bit stronger than we were even anticipating before. Now, as I've made some other videos on the PS5 Pro, we've kind of realized that we will get a few little baby bits and pieces and changes, but we do have a pretty rough idea of what the console specs are going to be, what they're going to be changing, and well, all of that all put together. And right now, we are kind of seeing some big cool ideas on the PSSR, which is kind of like the cool integral AI solutions to make games run better, and we're basically seeing like better improvements in internal specs all around. We still don't fully know anything about price and what the final specs are going to be, but once again, we're kind of opening up that door and getting pretty close. And I do think right now with this kind of weird lull of video games, and there also might be some rumors on a PlayStation event coming out very soon as well, we do need to have something to be looking forward to when it comes to gaming as a whole. And thankfully, we did go have our Helldiver situation go be all good and all happy today. If you guys missed that, I'll check out that video earlier on today. But right now, we actually have at least cool stuff, so let's go talk about it. Make sure you guys are subscribed, notifications on with the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. If you guys want to go hang out on Twitch, reply live right now. Let's go dive on into the video itself. So as I mentioned, right now we're getting more PS5 Pro leaks. Like we're just seeing a lot more big details, a lot more cool stuff, some brand new features. And as I mentioned, we've had a few little baby bits of this, so some of it also might be recap as well, but also some brand new stuff, where there has been more PS5 Pro details leaked. The PS5 Pro leaks continue as more details surrounding its GPU emerge, showing substantial upgrades and brand new features. So once again, we're now actually seeing better looks than expected, where apparently the PS5 Pro is a better console than we were expecting even 6 months ago or a year ago. So fun to go and see. Once again, always take everything with a grain of salt until PlayStation or Sony officially comes out, because we're getting new leaks all the time. So until we know officially, it's gonna be a little bit different. Leaked details on the PS5 Pro's GPU reveal impressive specs, including 33.5 teraflops and the brand new image upscaling solution. The PS5 Pro's upgraded GPU focuses on ray tracing performance with improvements in clock speed and cache structure. So we've already known about some of this stuff from various videos. Once again, that this focusing on the PSSR, which is like their AI, as I mentioned, and it does kind of seem we're seeing like this weird mix between GPU and CPU sharing a similar pool. So let's say a game is more CPU intensive, it'll be utilizing more of that like energy and like that, like I guess dual car, a car going forward. I don't know how to best way to explain it. Like, I don't know. Imagine like two creeks falling together and then one overtakes the other one depending on like how big it is, like what's more important. I really can't think of the best metaphor. Basically, just if one is going at 50%, the other one's going at 50%, then one can go at 100%, the other one has to go at like 20%, but it still is an improvement nonetheless, because that 20% is still better than the PS5's 0. Versus this 100% now is like double of what it'd be for the PS5. Probably a horrible explanation, but I hope you guys are just getting the general gist of what I'm trying to say. So the PS5 Pro's upgraded GPU focuses on ray tracing performance with improvements in clock speed and cache structure. So that's a little bit more of, I think, a newer focus. We have known that if they want to have that PS5 Pro like special attachment for games, they want to go and have that where there's like a little badge on the game itself, like the physical disc, or maybe for marketing on digital, but you need to at least improve or add ray tracing to your PS5 or PS4 game to have the PS5 Pro like specs. That's at least one of them. Also including at a higher frame rate, resolution rate, and I believe also just using PSSR, the brand new like PlayStation super sampling cool like resolution thing. And with all that together, you can have that next improvement. The one big thing to know is caching as well. Now, this may be my interpretation, I could be wrong, but typically when it comes to PC or like say websites or hosting or whatever, caching is a big kind of like, it's like, let's say you're playing a game, it's like Skyrim or like a Fallout, whatever those games might be with a lot of different saves. Typically, if you have a lot of various actions saved in your game itself, it can somewhat go and bloat your console or bloat your PC. I'll use PC as an example, but it should be correlative towards a console. Or, like I said, let's say you just like refresh, you turn on and off your PC, you're at a 0 cache, there's nothing lingering, you leave your PC on for 2 weeks straight, there's gonna be a lot of random old apps or programs that may have not fully closed, or like it just is like maybe think about like, well, this is a weird video with all the metaphors. Think about like, let's say you run a marathon. You have to go and like sleep for 2 days, like get new vitamins and like electrolytes in to kind of refresh it. But let's say every single day you just go for a quick walk and you keep on improving it. It's not that bad. That's probably, once again, also horrible metaphors. Either way, basically just like less stuff that's being kind of cashed up, like less things being held on up, and should really go cycle things better. Sony's rumored PS5 Pro may also feature DirectX 12 Ultimate features with a machine learning-based reconstruction technique, which is also going back to like just brand new cool stuff. So additional details surrounding the upcoming PlayStation 5 Pro's graphical processing unit, the GPU, have leaked. The technical specifications of the heavily leaked mid-generation upgrade of the PS5 have been out there for a while, but a new report sheds light on the more intricate details of its GPU. A stronger version of the PS5 has been widely speculated to be a reality since the back half of 2023, but leaked documents from Sony's official developer portal unofficially confirmed the PS5 Pro back in March 2023, codenamed Trinity. We already covered a lot of this news on the channel. The leaked specs show a much beefier GPU than the current PS5, tipping the scales at an impressive 33.5 teraflops while utilizing AMD's newer RDNA3 architecture. Although the CPU sees a milder 10% clock speed upgrade on the same Zen 2 architecture, existing details about Sony's brand new image upscaling solution, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, so I was talking about before, also surfaced. So right now it seems like we're getting improved caching, we're getting better clock speeds in the GPU, CPU, better specs overall, pushing for more higher consistent frame rate, adding ray tracing or utilizing AI, and as well now adding brand new features too on top of this. So it's very nice. So thanks to some sleuthing from Digital Foundry, new details about the PS5 Pro's GPU have been procured. The earlier leaks show that the PS5 Pro had a 30WGP, or workgroup processors, turning out at 33.5 teraflops, which translates to a 227% jump over the standard PS5's 10.23 teraflops. So big improvement overall. However, Sony's estimations in the documents claimed a 45% improvement for the Pro, if you guys remember us talking about that, leading to a discrepancy. The latest information clears this up, though, by taking the PS5 Pro's newer GPU architecture into consideration, which counts teraflops differently. So basically, it's a dual-issue FP32 support when it comes to the console. The PS5 Pro's GPU will also have a base clock speed of 2112 gigahertz, which can be boosted up to 2.35, which once again I think is kind of where we're talking about. It has like a little bit of like a scale, or like if the GPU's being pushed, the CPU's down a little bit. If the CPU's being good, like utilized a lot, the GPU go down a little bit as well, which is only an 8% improvement over the vanilla PS5. The GPU also features an improved cache structure with the L1 cache double from 128K to 256K, and the low cache double from 16 kilobits to 32 kilobits. So this is like brand new information we never knew about the improvements on the caching system. And like I said, I can't really think of the best way to explain it for someone who doesn't really know about it, but it's just like all the stuff that's like on the to-do list. So if you can keep on clearing out the to-do list and it's not lingering in the console, if you leave it on for a few days, if it's not like perpetually taking up like memory, it just runs more efficiently. I think that might be the best way to explain it. I could be wrong. If you guys want to explain it better down below, if you guys can, feel free to. But this is the rough idea of how it works. These optimizations are apparently for maximizing ray tracing performance, which is a big push of the PS5 Pro. Lastly, DirectX 12 Ultimate features like mesh shaders, hybrid MSAA, and hardware support for variable rate shading, which are all absent from the standard PS5, are going to be all available on the PS5 Pro. So once again, they're pushing for these brand new like shading features, the PSSR, having different types of like shadows as well, and utilizing the entire console to min-max. And I do think graphically, like, we are at a pretty good stage, I think, for graphics, so a better GPU, CPU is nice, but I think people mainly want to go and have cool things like ambient lighting, ambient light fixtures, waters, like sand effects, anything about, like, those, like, cool AI features to, like, have trees, have foliage look a lot nicer, make bricks look better. All those little small things are what people want. So with leaks this severe, one can only wonder why Sony is still keeping its lips sealed about the PS5 Pro. And it does seem like a lot of this console's already been out. Like, we've been seeing leaks, we've been seeing rumors, we're seeing stuff for the past, like, year. So nonetheless, it's a substantial hardware upgrade now, so it does seem like it's an actually even bigger upgrade than we've seen before. The Pro's machine learning-based reconstruction technique, or the PSSR, is also very noteworthy technology that could carry well over the future PS5 too as well. use the PS5 Pro to make sure the PS6 will be way better, and this is almost like a trial run to make sure the next generation of consoles is going to be very good, utilizing AI and machine learning to make sure their consoles are more efficient, the games run better, ray tracing's better, and like everything else in between too as well. And obviously even pushing for like an 8K standard and way better frame rate. I think this turns out really cool, and all this brand new PS5 Pro technology is making the console seem a lot more better, in my opinion. Swing by the Twitch if you guys are bored. I was doing some 10-year celebration stuff, so follow if you guys don't. We have the Twitter as well, and I appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe to YouTube, and we'll see you guys for more videos really soon.